Hello everybody, welcome back to my name is Josh, and I sell used junk on eBay. Today is a Friday morning, and we got 30 orders going out. This is everything the last 48 hours that has sold. Not too bad. We got 28 things on eBay, 2 things on TrueGather. My hair is a mess this morning. I should take care of that. Oh well, you guys get what you get here. But I'm going to show you guys what sold today. Been listening to a lot of records the last few days, so I do have some records that sold at home. Talking 78, so I'm talking records there. Although I did switch today and start listing 33s because I picked up a bunch of them on Wednesday. But that video is going to actually come out after this one because it's going to take a little good bit more of editing to do. So yeah, started listing those. I thought I was going to be done with records yesterday because that was all the 78s I had left. But then, yeah, picked up a whole bunch on Wednesday, so now we're going to keep listing records a day. So I'm working on right now, doing 20 records a day plus like a box of media, whether that be a box of books or a drawer of CDs. Drawer of CDs take longer, so I do those on days where I have a little bit more time. And I got somebody coming and photographing these for me, and that's working out pretty well. I'm spending some rest of the time just processing stuff, getting stuff ready. I've got a whole bunch of clothes ready that I'm going to be listing here in about maybe a week or two. Work on getting a bunch of hats ready. Gonna have my photographer do some hats. Yeah, they'll photograph hats next week, I think is the plan. Unless I have a bunch more books sitting around somewhere. I need to look in the shed, see what all I've got in there. But if I got a bunch of books, I want to keep them working on books instead of switching them to something new. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what sold real quick, but that's kind of what I got going on right now. Just working on a bunch of records, a bunch of media. Although I did mix in a couple of smaller things. I listed 2 auctions yesterday. One was for a book though. It was a Charles Dickens. It's the very first printing, but it's not a good Dickens. It was Pictures from Italy. So yeah, got that listed, but the condition is absolutely trashed. Like the book is literally falling apart. But first edition Dickens, you know, we got to get that listed. And then also a bobblehead, one of those Pro Novelty. Is that the right name? Pro Novelty, yeah. It was Oklahoma Sooners. Could not find one of those. This one had, once again, quite a bit of damage. So I listed both those things lower, but then put on an auction. If it goes for just what I started the auction at, I'll be completely happy. If there's a couple guys that want it, even though the conditions are bad, maybe they'll bid it up and we'll get more. So yeah, I'm mixing in a couple other random things when I do have time, but mostly just doing 20 records plus 1 box of media right now. Anyways, let's show you guys what sold real quick. All right, so I went over trip the light sensor for everybody that doesn't like it going off, but yeah. First on the right, we have one Linux teapot, tea kettle. This actually sold on TrueGather. That was like $70 or something. Incredible. That was great. This is a Toro leaf blower bag. All the leaves are falling right now, so that sold. I usually do okay on those. Shipping them's not a big deal. So yeah, those are fast. They fit my 20 by 14 by 6 box real easily. So I like picking those up for $1 or $2 when I can find them. They usually sell pretty quickly. Sold several of those in the past. Up here, what do we got? One sewing machine part, just a little knob. This one had been listed like 2.5, 3 years. That was cool to see sell. One pair of brand new On Clouds, do not have the box. I only got $80 on these. They've been listed a while. So I took a little bit lower offer, but man, somebody's getting a great deal there, I feel like. But I'm glad to see those go. What else we got? 2 Babylons. This book always does good when you can find it. So that is going out. One pair of like flannel pants. These are like women's. They've got like a stretchy waist to them. One cookbook, a little Cherokee cookbook. This was put out by the Indian Heritage Association. But yeah, cool stuff in here. Pretty cool. Bad shape. Took a lower offer. Got it sold. 1 DVD. Little Shop of Horrors. This is one of those that's like doesn't come in an actual case. It's just this cardboard sleeve. It's still brand new in there, so that's how we sold that. Let's go put all this stuff in the IKEA bag. I'm not doing good at holding things today. Let's put this gently in the IKEA bag. There we go. This is a book. It's in one of these sleeves. I've talked about these types of sleeves before. Books in these usually worth looking up. I think we're around like 40, 50 bucks for this one. These are going to have to go in a box because this sleeve is going to be absolutely destroyed if you do not put this in a box. So this one will go in a box, or very least it will get a cardboard wrap. Sewing machine part, little feet A lot of times when I find my sewing machines, these feet are like completely dry rotted. A lot of times I'm pulling machines out of like barns and sheds and garages that have been sitting there for years. Those things have a tendency to just completely dry rot out. One presser foot, it's in your 401A. That's a great machine to look out for. And it's pretty common out there. One Kenmore motor. I think I sold that for $24. They sent me a sad story with that, but I was like, you know what? I would accept that offer, whether you sent me a story or not. Another presser foot. This is the one off to the 401A. The other one's off of something different. You need to be careful not to mess these up. This is a part off of an espresso machine. It was a very pricey espresso machine, but I was missing some parts. I probably should have sold it whole for parts, but I didn't want to ship the thing because it was massive. It would have taken a medium Lowe's box and a lot of time, but I pulled this part off and a bunch of others. They've got like $10 or $15 for this little door clasp thingy. And last but not least in this storage unit is one VHS. Nana Pudding. Nana Pudding can do okay, kind of like Christian ventriloquist stuff we got going on here. The best choice. Pretty cool. We're over $1,000 in VHS sales this year, which is okay. It's not great. I have one whole tote full of VHS. And to only sell $1,000 out of a single tote is not that great, but it's okay. I'm still willing to do it. I don't seek out VHS, but sometimes they just find me. So we sold this one. This type of thing I'm looking for, though, something that there's not a lot of out there. Because if there's a lot of it out there, the price of it has dropped. But that's everything in this unit. Let's go down the other unit and see what we got down there. Okay, so here's everything else. Also, things have been selling while I've been here. Although, I don't always like that when stuff's selling in the storage unit because there's no bathroom here. And sometimes I've got to go. So, I've been pulling stuff, though. Bitorori Bamco Promenade by Kevin Burke. That was one that just sold that I had to go actually to the other unit to pull. We got Sorosso Havantum. I am butchering these names, I can guarantee it. What is this? Teddy Bears, Devil Music, and Starch and Iron. So those are CD sales, plus there was some at home. I believe I put up everything that was on home on the screen earlier. Hopefully I did that. Selling some 78s, some CDs, that type of stuff. One Tennessee Titans full leather hat. I feel like these new era hats are not doing as good as they used to do. This one's like brand spanking new, $15 plus shipping. I just don't do as good at that style of hats anymore. What about you guys? Do you feel like that new era style hats is just not it right now? Or hats just becoming oversaturated? One piece of fabric, got like $6 for this. Here's an ugly Christmas sweater. I even spelled the word ugly wrong and it still sold. So it's happy to see that gone. Very cool. One gun holster. Got a whole bunch of these a while back. They've been slow sellers, but very good profit on them. We've got one little car bracket thing. Car parts take a while to sell. Just be patient. They will sell. You just got to wait for somebody that wants it, needs it. And a couple sewing machine parts. And that is it. So I'm going to go home, show you guys how to ship something, and then we'll call it a day. What do you want to see me ship? Let me know in the comment section down below. Oh, we also got this on the ground. 30 blank VHS. Usually I sell them in lots of 20, but I had 30. I didn't want to save 10 for just like the next time I got another lot of 10 to make 20. So I listed a lot of 30. I think we got $27 plus shipping there. But yeah. All right, let's go home. All right, so I'm going to show you guys real quickly how I ship out my small sewing machine parts. That's a little presser foot. Keep them in these little baggies. I'll put a link to these down in the description. And then I use my very smallest size bubble mailers. I can't remember what size these are, but I'll put a link to them in the description below. Also, if you use the code GRAPH10 at checkout with Gyro Pack, because that's where I order these from, you'll get 10% off. Yeah, stuff it in there. Takes 1 second. Rip the thing off. Hopefully it lands in the trash can. And there you go. And that's how I ship out my smaller sewing machine parts.